Okay, so I know I'm like really behind on posting blogs. So I'm going to try to catch up this week and get everything posted. So 2 weekends ago, I went to London. My cousin Wendy came and visited me. And she was supposed to get here on Friday morning. And I was going to meet her in Dublin, and we were going to go around Dublin and then fly out on Friday night to London and then leave on Monday morning. But her flight actually got canceled. So she ended up meeting us in London on Saturday. And Katie Mitchell, who's also in the ISTA program, she also went with us. But she stayed with a family friend, and we were staying in a bed and breakfast. So I had to figure out how to get from the airport to the bed and breakfast, and it was crazy, but ended up working out. And then the next morning, Wendy showed up, and we went out. And the first day on Saturday, we had no idea where we were going. We had no maps. We had no plan. We were just going to go in and figure it out. So we stayed pretty close to this mall. So we went in the mall and we shopped and we ate. And then we decided we were going to go into town. So we went in and we went to this one district and we thought we knew where we were. Well, we couldn't find anything. So we literally just walked around like idiots for, I don't know, a couple hours. And we were both like so tired and like she was delirious because she hadn't slept. And so we ended up pretty much doing nothing. We saw some fireworks because they had elected this new like financial mayor, so they were having fireworks for that. But other than that, we did that, went back, and then the next day we got up early, went into town. We got on the hop-on, hop-off bus tour, and we went and just saw everything. And we went to Buckingham Palace first, and they were having some kind of parade, so like you couldn't even get into where it was. But we thought we were going to get to see the Queen, but that didn't happen. So we left there, and we just went around everywhere else. But what you'll realize about London is that it's extremely expensive. It was £27, which is about $50, to get the hop-on, hop-off bus tour ticket, which is good because, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it gets you everywhere. You know, you can get off wherever you want to, all that good stuff. And then to get in anywhere else, like to do the London Eye or to go into the London Tower, any of that stuff, it costs extra. And it was £20 to get on or into each of those. So we actually decided not to do any of that. We just went and took pictures and just like went around the city, and it was beautiful. And but it really wasn't what either of us were expecting. You know, it was fun and it was cool because, you know, you got to see all the stuff you get to see in the movies and all that good stuff, but it wasn't as good as neither of us were really expecting. So, but it was good. You know, we relaxed in the evenings, and then Monday morning we flew back, and our flight was at 6 in the morning, so we had to get up at 4 and get to the airport. And we flew with Ryanair. And Ryanair is this really cheap airline over here in Europe. And I flew with them on the way to London as well. And I took my carry-on suitcase. That's because you have to, it costs a lot to check bags. And it's just like a small wheelie suitcase. And it was fine getting on the plane. You know, I didn't have any trouble putting it in the overhead carriage or anything like that. It was fine. And then we got ready to get on the one in London. And we were late for the plane. So we had to like run there. It was crazy. Got there was this huge line. We had to wait anyway, so we really didn't even have to run. We get up there. They want me to put my suitcase in this little like thing that measures to see if it's small enough to fit in the overhead carriages. I put a little extra stuff in there out of Wendy's suitcase to make it weigh less, but it was the same size suitcase. And so it wasn't going in the thing right. We finally got it shoved in there, but I really had to shove it in there. But just like the wheels were sticking out like this much over the top, just barely. And we were the last ones to be getting on the plane, and they were like, come on, just, you have to pay £40 to check your bag. You're not allowed to take it on the plane. And I was like, I was just on this plane on Friday, you know, it's fine, it fits. And they were like, no, £40, pay £40. So I ended up having to pay £40 to check my suitcase, which I was not happy about. I was very upset. And I was tired, and it was bad. So that didn't help with the London trip. But then we got into Ireland, and I'll post more about that on my next post, what we did all week. So London was good, not great. Can't wait to go to the other places, Scotland and Rome. It's going to be really cool. But yeah, so, and I'm glad my cousin was here. We had such a good time just hanging out with each other. So I've got some video from Buckingham Palace, and I've also got tons of pictures. So I will post those at the end of this. Bye! So we are at Buckingham Palace in London. There's the palace and the statue here. And it's really cold and dark, and there's Wendy, my cousin that's with me. So yeah, we've been touring all day, and this is our last stop before we go back.
Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky like shooting stars? I could really use a wish right now, wish right now, wish right now.
Yeah, I could use a dream or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. Cause after all the partying and smashing and crashing, and all the glitz and the glam and the fashion, and all the pandemonium and all the madness, there comes a time where you fade to the blackness. And when you staring at that phone in your lap and you hoping but them